School Freeware's Visual Basic Express 2010 Tutorials. Tutorial 23. Inserting a splash screen. SpeakABCs Part 7 of 11. All images used in this tutorial can be found at schoolfreeware.com. To add a splash screen to your application, go to Project, Add Windows Form, select the splash screen template. I'll leave the name as SplashScreen 1. Click on Add, and here's your splash screen. Now if we try to run, the splash screen does not show up, and that is because we have to go into the properties of our application. So here under the Solution Explorer, we have My Project, and if you double click, you go into the project settings of your application. You can also find the project settings of your application by clicking on Project, and then you'll find the name of your application properties here. So within the Application tab, scroll down and you find Splash Screen. Click on the name of the splash screen you wish to use, in this case Splash Screen 1. Go ahead, run. The splash screen comes up, followed by your application window. I'll close this down. Now, as you noticed real quickly when we ran, you have copyright Microsoft and so on and so forth. However, you can change the settings of your splash screen simply by going into the assembly information. And here we have things like copyright Microsoft. And I could take this thing out. I don't want copyright. And I don't want company Microsoft in there either. The version is fine. Version 1.0. Title and product is also okay. So I'll click OK, and automatically the splash screen changes. Within splash screen, I can modify the splash screen if I choose, simply by going onto the properties of the splash screen. Here I have the main layout panel, and I would like to change the background image. So let's try importing some pictures that I have for SpeakABCs. So here we have a medium-sized picture. That looks pretty good. So I'll try that. That doesn't look too good across. Maybe if I change the background a little bit to center. That's pretty bad. Zoom, not good at all. How about none? That doesn't look good at all either. So maybe if I were to clear the background, and I could set the background color here to white. And while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and insert a picture box. I'll resize the picture box. Go to Image. Select the picture that I wish to use. Click OK. And I'll go try the size mode as stretch image, and now that looks a whole lot better for a splash screen. And one thing that I do not care for the splash screen is that it moves very quickly. You only see it for this a split second before it disappears. So I like to slow it down. Within this code here is the code to override the splash screen. So this code here will have the splash screen visible for 5 seconds. I'll just highlight the code and I'll copy it, go back to Visual Basic, and here's where you insert the code into your application. Go back to the properties, scroll down to View Application Events, click on the button, and here we have the application events.vb show up. This is also now visible within the Solution Explorer. Go to where it says Partial Front Class My Application and put in the code. Once the code is in place, you can go ahead and change the amount of seconds that you wish. This one is currently set to 5 seconds. If I wanted 4 seconds, it would be 4,000. 3,000 for 3 seconds, and so on. I'll change it back to 5 seconds. And I'll go ahead and run. And now the splash screen shows up for 5 seconds and looks pretty good.